first thing we did, how many times did 7 go into 24? Remember, I wrote 24 over 7. We're going to do that here also. So I want to take that 2x to the third, and I need to know how many times does x go into that? How many times does x go into 2x cubed? So we're just dividing. 2x to the third divided by x is 2x squared. Remember, when you divide, you subtract exponents. There's an invisible 1 here. This is what goes up top. All right? Then what do we do with regular long division? Remember, we multiplied, right? We multiplied. We got a 3, and then 7 times 3 was 21. Okay? So we're going to multiply also. Now this, we have x plus 3, not just x though. So you want to think of it as distributing. If it helps, on the side, put parentheses x plus 3 and do the work on the side to make less mistakes. I have to multiply 2x squared times x plus 3. So let's do it over here. 2x squared times x is 2x to the third plus 2x squared times 3 is 6x squared. Right? That's what we write underneath, because we are multiplying 2x squared times x, 2x cubed, plus 6x squared. Okay? All right, what did we do after we multiplied? I multiplied 7 times 3 and got 21, and then I subtracted. Now, you got to be really careful here with the subtracting, because you're not just going to subtract that 2x cubed. It's not just a minus like that. You're actually subtracting everything. Think of it as changing the sign. So I'm going to put 2 minuses. Change the sign of both the terms. Okay? Change the sign of both the terms. Now this first term should always cancel out. And then we're combining these together. Negative 7x squared and negative 6x squared gives you negative 13x squared. Now I'm going to bring everything else down and repeat. Right? We're going to take that highest power, divide by that outside term, x. Notice it's the same thing. We're going to divide by x every single time. We divide negative 13x. Don't forget to put this on the top. Okay. So we divide. Then what do? Multiply. We need to multiply negative 13x times x plus 3. Just like here, I'm going to put x plus 3. We divide by the same thing every time. We multiply by the same thing every time. Okay. Multiply. Negative 13x times x is negative 13x squared. Negative 13x times 3 is negative 39x. Okay? That's what we get when we multiply, right? We multiply, then write it underneath. And then what do we do with those numbers? We're subtracting. But when you have a polynomial, subtracting, think of it as changing the sign. Instead of minus, I'm going to make this a plus. Instead of minus, make it a plus. We're changing the sign. So in math, subtracting and changing the sign are the same thing. The 13's cancel. Negative 17x plus 39x is 21x plus 66. That's not right. Just kidding. It's 22x. Wow. Okay, I'm going to cross this off. 22x plus 66. I was paying attention. All right, last time. Take that leading term, 22x, divide by the leading term, x. The x's cancel, and you just get 22. The 22, it's positive, goes up top. And then you multiply the top number times what you're dividing by. The top number by what you're dividing by, x plus 3. 22x plus 66. Distribute. 22x plus 66. Then we subtract. When you subtract, you change the signs. Everything cancels out. You get a 0. Remainder. So this is your answer. Okay? We divide. We multiply. We subtract. Okay, just like with regular division, it's just a longer process. And notice all my work on the side. I divide by x, the leading term, every time. I multiply by the divisor every single time. Yes, this is long. Look, this was a half a piece of paper. It takes a long time. That's okay. It's okay. You're not gonna be killed by a math problem. All right, number 4. 3x to the third plus 5x squared minus 4x minus 4 divided by x minus 1. Pause the video and try this on your own. Watching me do math is not helpful. You need to try it yourself. Pause the video, try it on your own. So first thing I'm going to do is write x minus 1 outside. That's my divisor. All right. We take our first term and we need to know what to put up top. Right? So we divide. Always divide. 3x to the third divide by the x. When we divide, we get 3x squared. That's what goes up top. When after you divide, you always multiply. 3x squared times the outside. I'm going to show my work on the side to make less mistakes. 3x to the third minus 3x squared. 3x to the third minus 3x squared. Now you divide. If you put these together, that does not cancel out to 0. That's 6x to the third. We change the sign to cancel. I'm changing the sign. Make